me, that feeling how you was feeling when you first got started, you got to be mentally prepared to, when you get all the no's, when people can't see your vision, see, you got to be able to stay the course and reach your own vision and not let the people who didn't see or see what you're talking about or understand what you're talking about, you don't want them to pull you back to the place that you said you want to get away from. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. The first thing that I will pull up is the document, just so you can get a quick view of it. And then I'm going to train on a specific topic, which is what to do when you are new. All right. So now I'm sharing my screen. All right. I'm not going to go over everything, but there are some key things that you want to do. Yes, you will get emails from Myecon, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. The reason why I want to help show you how to stay focused and streamline using this sheet right here is so Myecon is a big elephant, all right? It's a huge elephant. You cannot eat an elephant with one bite. You got to nibble on it, right? So we're going to help you that's on here fix your personal as well as build an asset congruently at the same time, all right, without interfering with what you're already doing. How are we going to do that? Okay, it's some key things that you must do. Here's the sheet right here. If you screenshot it, that's cool, because you can see it and replay this video if I could upload it correctly. But we're going to talk about prospect. We already know that's the listen. See, I'm not going to go over this here stuff because we know you got to download the app. Whoever enroll you, they're going to show you how to download the app, set yourself up so you can get paid. We got that. We understand that. All right. So we're going to briefly talk about prospecting. Prospecting is just listening to others. We talked about that. Listen to others. What are you listening for? Okay. That'll be covered in this presentation that I'm going to give you, or this training. You want to listen to prospects. Okay. Listen to other people. Okay. Because what you're listening for is time or money. Somebody's going to have a problem. All right. And then the reason why I want to talk about prospect very brief, because you're going to have to be able to talk to people who, because can't nobody really get out right now. So the best thing to do is get on the phone, go through your contacts, okay, that's in your phone, and text people. That's why I put the text in the chat, the messages in the chat. And I'm going to teach you how to use them, okay? Now, let's talk about peak and pass, okay? You're going to hear about peak and pass. I'm going to cover that today. You're going to hear me talk about what you're going to, before you peak and pass, you want to edify. You'll see that also. We're going to talk about what you're going to present them to. We're going to talk about that also. We will not get into plug and we will not get into promote, because you want to, first of all, promote everything like it's big, to include the cash flow calls that we do every Wednesday, to include the virtual Super Saturday. Hold on. Somebody came on a hot mic. And I don't know how to find the mute, but we're going to go ahead and keep going anyway, right? So let me back out of this. Share screen. And now let's get this party started in slideshow. And I'm going to hit this real fast just so I could give you guys a perspective, okay, on how to share your business. Now, one thing that I like to tell people, okay, and really listen, okay, to this. When you talk, you're only repeating what you already know. But if you listen, I promise you, you will learn something new. That's why I was talking about prospecting is listening, okay? This will replace the text script that you have in the comment. This is the same thing. It's just a different version, okay? Because people going to, remember you was listening for time or money. So a phrase, that's why it's in green. If you want to write that down, because if it's in green, it works. It's a phrase that works. Questions controls conversations. Do not, and I put it the wrong slide, but it's okay. Do not talk so much. Okay? Stop, tell. Ask questions. Learn how to ask questions. If I could show you a way to stop losing $100 to $500 a month, would you be interested? See, that might not work right now, being what's going on. If I could show you a way to let the government pay off your debt, you would be able to check that. See, people want to do that right now. They'll be open. All you want to do is pique their interest. This is the piquing part, okay? Piquing just means ask a question. Don't give them too much, because the magnitude of this here business, this opportunity, can't be explained, you know, going back and forth on Facebook, going back and forth on your phone. You want to pass them to something. So I'm just sharing some questions to pique people's interest, okay? So you could create more momentum. I just found out. See, whatever you learn, just say it. It's okay. Be transparent. It's your story, all right? I just found out. When you find it out, just let them know what you just found out. If they knew it and they was in your circle and you called them your friends, how come they didn't tell you already? So chances are they didn't know it, okay? I'm just throwing it out there. But are you open to a side project that would not interfere with what you are currently doing? So you just want to ask them. It's not, a lot of people ain't doing nothing right now. I know before this happened, a lot of people say they was too busy. But how could you be busy and broke? Just think about it, okay? Now, here's, I guess, what you want to call the hook, okay? Have you ever heard of, you know, you can say, have you ever heard of Myecon? Have you ever heard of income shifting? I promise you, most will say no. Always remember, become a master asker. Questions controls the conversation, all right? For those who participating on Facebook right now, hook, line, and sinker. Well, hook, line right here. Because of what you want to do is you want to tie people down with a time that they could be in front of a computer. All right? What do I mean by that? See, most people are used to somebody telling them where to be, when to be there, so they don't own their own time. So they waiting on you to direct them to be or block off some time. You got to learn how to block off, help them block off that time. If the time is right then, see, you want to go ahead and give it to them right then. Write this down if you're taking notes. You would be very successful if you understand this. Give prospects what they want and not what you want them to have. In other words, what I mean, don't look at your prospect with a dollar sign on their head. Because I promise you, if you just doing this for the dollar, it will elude you every time. That's how money works. It'll run from you. Do it with the intent to help people. So you are in front of a computer right now and have 10 minutes to get all the details, aren't you? Tie them down. If not, how soon could you be in front of a device that plays videos? Sometimes some people might be talking to older people and they be like, computer? No, I ain't got no computer. The doggone phone is a computer. It just a small version. Okay, you can get on the internet on the phone, but that's why I said, or a device. What's in the red? Do not send links. Never send a link until you book the appointment, until you have the time on the calendar. If you want to know how much money you're going to make, look at your calendar. Write that down. If you want to know how much money you're going to make next week, look at your calendar today. Because Myecon do direct deposit weekly. Now, once the prospect give you a date and time, Now you got to give a call to action, okay? Now let's just say you're on Facebook, because in your phone, you already have their numbers. So that's logic, okay? But if you don't have their phone number, you want to give them a call to action. Text or call me, at that time. Okay. Now, if you're a female on here and, you have some concerns, get your Google Voice phone number. If you're a male, I'm not trying to be sexist, but if you're a male, do the same thing. Me, on my iPhone, I know I can block it. If I don't want to be bothered with you, I can block it. And it's cool with me. If you get the contact information, you won, point blank. That's what you want. Now, let's just say the prospect is ready right now. Okay. If the prospect is ready right now, and you do or you don't have their phone number, it's okay to go ahead and send them the link. But you want to tell them, text or call me when you are finished watching. I recommend you send www.incomeshifting.com, because it's a 5-minute video, which I will elaborate, because that's why I put the text in the chat room early, because I'm going to talk about that way as well. Text or call me so I can answer any questions you may have. See, and I tell them my number is, now this is my real number now. So if anybody needs help, this is really my real number. And I give them my phone number, but I always ask, what is your number? So I will know that it is you who is texting or calling me. Bling! I promise you, they will send their number over, because you coming from the intentions of helping. Okay. Now, you are really doing this without even talking to them, probably. Or now we at this point, you have an expert, which I'm pretty sure whoever enrolled you, they taught you about the 3-way. A 3-way is you, the associate, with a stranger that you know, connecting them with, we'll just say your upline EVP goal, or upline expert, okay? See, you are connecting 2 strangers. So once you introduce your upline, who's going to close for you, remember this, never close your own prospects when you're talking to them. If they enroll because you send the application, that's cool. They in. You just do a welcome call. But when you get ready to call them, have your expert on the line. So when you call them, they'll know that, yeah, hey, guess what, Keisha? I got my mentor on the line, and they know all the facts, funds, in a position to help you make tons of money, and they just love helping people. Because I know you got some questions. If not, I'm going to ask you a question. What did you like most about the information you saw or heard? That might be what the mentor asks. And whatever they say, guess what? You just agree. Do not make it painful. You just agree and say, you know what? That's why I got started. And the next question, we're going for the close. I've had people to try to close. I had people to try to recruit me. I'm already in the business. I'm like, no, I'm in it, man. I'm cool. I'm in it. They liked it, everything, but they just don't know how to ask you how to get started. They will not ask. So you got to become a master asker. You ask them. Here's a great phrase to ask, a great question to ask. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 meaning you are in, or you at least an 8 or higher. Now you want to separate, because you value your time. If they are an 8 or higher, guess what? They might say they're 8. I had a gentleman do me like that yesterday. He said, yeah, man, I'm an 8. Okay, cool. What would it take to get the other 2 points? If they're a 9, of course, it's 1 point. All right. I know y'all know math, but just in case, I want to throw that out there. And you just listen. Whatever they say. Okay, let's say we overcome that objection. How soon do you see yourself getting started or getting your username or password? Now, for training purposes, I just want you to understand this. The only difference between an 8 and a 10 is they just need more information. And that'll be cool too. At that time, whatever more information you want to send them to, it might be one of Mr. Stokes' presentation that he does Monday through Friday at www.myeconbpm.com. It could be that. But you just ask them, what would you prefer, a website or conference? And follow up. See, the prospect is always there because no is a complete sentence. And if they don't say no, guess what? They're there. You just have to follow up. And remember, the follow-up is in the fortune. All right? Now, you might be out there on Facebook making some posts, and I do have some examples since they came up. I'm really done with the training, but since they came up, I show it to you. Thank you for liking my post, Felicia. I really appreciate the support. Whatever the case may be, I'm going to ask her a question somewhere, and I got her phone number, right? And I just set up a time and a day so I could call. Make sure you know your time, because some people don't know how to manage their time. So guess what? You have to give them 2 options. Okay, John, what's the best time? Are you a morning person or a night person? Well, I'm a morning person. Okay, perfect. Me too. What you like, 9 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock in the morning? If he don't like either, he gonna tell you what time. All you wanna do is get a time. Now, some people, by what you do and post and say, some people be ready right away. They don't want to cut through the chase. Just like this, for example. I was doing a follow-up, and this is all text. Haven't talked to the guy at all. I said, what's up, Patrick? That information was powerful, wasn't it? What did you like most about what you saw? He said the information. Are you saying you like all the information? Mrs. Hill, can I sign up now? Okay, I sent him the application. Here's what you don't want to do, okay? Once again, feed the prospect with what you want, okay? I'm sorry, with what you want. Don't feed the prospect with what you want. Remember, you are already in the business. Feed them what they want, not what you want them to have. One thing we don't do, don't chase no prospect, because if you put out the right information from a helping intent, they're gonna follow you. Stay plugged in, okay? Conference calls, webinars, and events, because like I said, my econ system, as you work it personal for you, you're gonna start getting convicted. You're gonna start believing in the system because it's gonna change your life. But if you don't show up for class, you can't expect to get an A. Okay, an A is what you want to get, because of the A determines personal financial success, whatever that is to you. But you will never become successful if you don't stay plugged in to the source, which is your mentor, who's probably where you are at to help you get to where you want to be. Okay? So let me stop sharing this. All right. I have stopped sharing that. I'm open for questions right now because I want to just give you a perspective. If you heard enough, and your mentor, whoever sponsors you, they know exactly how to do it already, okay? And you let them help you, because when you let them help you, guess what? You are learning because you are listening. Now, you have to duplicate, because you learn the only way you get convicted is if you teach. Once you teach, then you'll start hearing what you're saying. And out of nowhere, the light will come on, and it makes the process just that much easy because of how you enrolled. Trust me, that's how whoever you enroll gonna start enrolling people. If you are complaining, when you do enroll somebody, if you ever, they're gonna be complaining if they ever enroll somebody. But once you use the strategic enrollment process that we teach, then duplication is faster. So if you ain't enrolling nobody, it's okay. You just didn't know how to enroll them yet. Trust me. I don't know how you've been doing, but if you ain't enrolled nobody, you ain't been doing it this way. And I can't teach you your way. But if you do it this way, I could promise you the results that you'll get doing it this way, because this is how I do it. This is how I did it. How did you get on this webinar? You see, somebody had to duplicate what I did. That's why we're here. Don't deviate from the process. If you do, it's okay. Just when you figure out, don't quit. Just come back and be like, okay, let me come back home. Let me do it the right way. And I'm not going to do it my way. And you'll move out your way. But I'm open for questions right now. If anybody got any questions, comments, anything they want to add to, feel free. And if not, the only other thing that I will talk about is what I posted in the, let me check the chat. Okay, so since I don't see any questions, okay, let me go in the chat room. If you could open up your chat, I just want to help you understand. I'm finna say the same thing twice. Redundancy is the mother of learning, but it's gonna be in a different format now. Now, let's just say you got somebody in your phone that you want to introduce to this system. You see where it say text one? Hey, I'm working on something exciting. This may or may not be for you. Would you be open to taking a look? If that person is in your phone and they respect you already, trust me, they can be like, yeah, man, what you got? You don't send them the part that say wait for response now. That ain't part of it, okay? That just to let you know to wait for, I see people smiling. Trust me, I wouldn't be saying that if it didn't happen, okay? So just make sure you stop at the question mark. The wait for response is just let you know, hey, wait till they hit you back. When they hit you back, then you want to say, hey, how soon will you have 10 uninterrupted minutes to watch it? And you wait for the response. See, I just taught that in the other training, which is the same thing. Questions controls the conversation. You already have their phone number, okay? So when they send you the phone number, I'm sorry, when they tell you, hey, I got with the date, the time, or whatever, okay, that's when you send them the information. Now, mind you, make sure you have an expert ready to close, because you only got 10 minutes. We asked for 10 minutes for a reason. The video is 5 minutes long. We calling them on the phone in 6 minutes to have 3 minutes to close, with 1 minute remaining to hang up the phone. That's how fast it is. Trust me. If you do this way, I tested it already and it works very well. Now, here's a quick 5-minute overview. Watch this and I will call you in 6 minutes. I let them know I'm calling them in 6 minutes, so we can get any questions you may have answered. Cool. I asked them with a question mark. Cool. If they come back, bloop, cool. You know you're in there. Even if they don't come back, we're still going to call them anyway, because we told them we were going to call them. They the one who told us they had the 5 minutes. I mean, the 10 minutes. Have your mentor on the line so they could close as an expert. That's how simple this is. Now, the expert on the line, whatever the case may be, they want in. All right, hey, what we're gonna do, John, I'm gonna make sure Keisha send you the enrollment application. Now, if that's your prospect, once you let the expert talk, do not jump in and interrupt that prospect. Interrupt the expert. Never de-edify the expert. You always edify the expert, and the expert gonna throw it right back to you. You say good things about the expert. Hey, yeah, man, I've been working with Chauncey, man, and he like the Bill Gates of wonders when it comes to this thing. He love helping people. He know all the facts. He love to have fun, and he in a position to help you make tons of money. And then Chauncey just gonna get on there and boom, hey, how's it going, Keisha? And whatever the case may be. And you back up and don't say nothing else. Let the expert do what they do. I don't care if Keisha like, call 911, I need help. You be the one to call 911. Do not say nothing to de-edify the expert. And the expert gonna say, hey, well, I'm gonna get Keisha to send you the application because see, Keisha, you want the app. Keisha, I'm acting like I'm really talking to a Keisha, but you want to send them the application, right? So they could enroll themselves because you want them to go through the enrollment process. Because of when you home or you on leave or you are on vacation, you ain't got to be trying to teach them how to close somebody. They know how to copy and paste just like you. It gives them the instructions on how to do it. And guess what it ends up with? Text me, I'm in once you are officially in so we can schedule a time to set up your financial game plan. Deal? So you're coming from the point to help people. That's it, guys. I don't have nothing else for you. That's going to conclude this training. Okay, I did see Nick. And Nick, he's on here. And Nick team is growing. He is personally growing too and enrolling people. So these scripts work. He said send to 5 to 10 people a day. Don't be discouraged. Some won't reply. Let's keep moving. That's it. The ones that don't, some will, some won't. The ones that don't, oh well, it will never interfere with your cash flow increasing. See, what I want you to understand is you become an asset building the business. That's a plus. That's just to add fire onto you hitting, your cash flow strategies. For those who haven't done their cash flow strategies, you won't know what I'm talking about. But for those who have done their cash flow strategies, it's going to give you a number that you must meet every month to invest. See, now you leverage your leadership and you use the opportunity to add fuel to the fire to help you build that. And it's very important. And we'll talk about why it's very important, because if anybody wants to retire and own their own time, you must build something. You can't retire. You can only retire off of what you build. And if you don't build nothing, you're going to work till you die. So do anybody have any questions at this time? Feel free. Let's talk. Everybody know it all. That's how I was too when I joined the business. And I was doing it my way, got in the way. And I didn't do nothing for 4.5 years. Okay. So it didn't work that way for me. If you got it like that, hey, I want to learn from you. But no, I'm just joking.
Hey, I got you, Terence.
Uh-huh.
Hey, so yeah, first of all, great training. As many times I've heard this, it never gets old. But for the new associates that's listening, take heed to this, because it works. You will get discouraged. I mean, if this worked the way you envisioned it to work, you would already be where you're trying to be. So just stay focused, but humble yourself, and don't expect more support from the people that you don't even know, believe it or not. And just stay focused on what your cash flow strategy says, and keep your social media, have fun on your social media. That's one thing I learned. Don't just try to spam your Facebook page with join my business, because you're gonna run people off. Live life, especially right now. Do crazy stuff. A couple of us on this Zoom have done, got TikToks and things going like that. Have fun, but let people know you're having fun, but you're also a business owner, and share it. People, when people see it's genuine, the relationship is genuine, you're not just trying to sell them something, create relationships, that's when you got people reaching out to you. Hey, is this thing for real? Yeah. And then just use the text scripts to Terence, share it. And that's all I got.
And that's Nick out of Augusta, Georgia. He's one of the ones who last week he had the most enrolled associates. This week it's Chauncey. It was Chauncey and Willie running neck to neck last week. Now it's Chauncey running this week. So have fun. Thank you so much, Nick. Awesome leader in Augusta, Georgia. Feel free to follow him on, not follow, but connect with him on Facebook. You'll see.
Hey, Mr. Hill.
Yes, sir. That's my man, Myecon. What's going on?
Great. I tell you what, it's a great training. And the thing I wanted to do is the tracking, because I know people are out there like myself, I've been an entrepreneur for a while, so that doesn't make it any better. Matter of fact, it makes it worse when you're trying to get yourself onto a system, so, the thing is, and my question is, what would you suggest like for tracking? So we are hitting, 2 to 5 people or, whatever a day, what would you say for like tracking follow-ups and stuff like that?
You the man. Thank you so much, because I straight forgot that part of the training. I'm pulling it up right now. Man, I forgot that part. Thank you so much, Mike. Okay, check this out, okay? This, if you're in our group, you could find this in our FBA group on Facebook. If not, and you need to be added to the group, just make sure whoever sponsors you that's on here say, hey, man, I need to be added to that group. But this is a perfect tracker. Why is this the best thing that you can use to track? For the simple fact that them names is in your phone, trust me. You ain't gonna go in alphabetical order. You're gonna go to the last person you talk to, because y'all talk to the most. Y'all talk, to each other the most. So that's who you feel comfortable with. And that's cool. Work on them. They know you, like Nick said. Don't be surprised if they don't join you, because normally they don't, and it's cool. But they'll build your character. So that'll be cool. You need that, because it's gonna be strangers, somebody that you don't know that's gonna make you wealthy. So that person, whoever, when you send that text out, you record that name and you put that number, just in case you lose the data in your phone, and you put the date that you send them. Nick say, hey, send 5 a day. So this here whole 5 line to be covered, right? Now, when you do that, by the time you get to 50, okay, you're going to do it every day, 5, 5, 5. So by 10 days, day 10, we should do a 10-day challenge. By day 10, you done sent it to 50. If you really did that, and you listened to everything that I say, and you took action now, knowledge, they say it's power, but it's not. You have to apply it. So once you send it and apply it, now you pass them, expose them to a full presentation. Okay? You write the name and what you introduce them to. It could have been well, it won't be a strategy session. It won't be an in-home meeting probably, because unless it's a family, and that's pretty cool. And you put the date. You put what you sent them to. If it was a one-on-one, you put that, because you want to follow up also. That's lets you know when to follow up. Okay? And every time you follow up, or every time they see a presentation, which they might not join the first time, but you want to follow up within 48, 72 hours, And when they say no, okay, you just ask them then 6 months later, could you follow up with them? And you annotate it. And I promise you, every time you go through 50, 5 will join you every time. It's a numbers game, okay? What they call it a law of averages. See, you got to create a ratio no matter what you do. You do it enough, a ratio will appear. You ask enough people, the first 5 might say, or the first 10 might say, no, 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 but the 11th might say yes. And you're going to get so good at it that they're going to go the next 10, no, 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 and then 11th, yes. And then they're going to go the next 8, no, 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 no. Number 9 going to be yes. That's what you're doing. But if you stop doing it, everybody know that law, a body at risk going to stay at risk. So that's why you got enough people in your phones to take advantage of it. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You could hit EVP goal in one day. Here's what I always like to tell people also, Mike. Great question. You cannot track. I'm sorry. You cannot manage what you don't track. You cannot manage what you don't track. So the people that don't have no money, you know why they don't have it? They don't track it. They don't manage it. See, that's why you use your cash flow strategist and the cash flow manager. That's why you won't be like them people. And if you are, I ain't gonna say you are, but I was those people. I had more month than I had money, toe up from the flow up, because I wasn't tracking nothing. So did I answer your question, Mike? Was that pretty good? I'm sorry for taking a long way. Okay, cool deal. Great question. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Terence. Hey, this Chauncey. Hey, man, will this be uploaded in the group?
Boy, you know who you
I know.
dealing with. I'm gonna try my hardest. I know I got it on the cloud somewhere, and it normally send me an email, but I promise you, I'm gonna find it. And when I find it, I will upload it in the group. I promise you that. When I find it, I will upload it in the group. And it's gonna be raw, uncut. I don't know how to edit and chop and all that stuff. It's gonna be raw, just like this. But it's gonna be authentic, and ain't nothing gonna change. That's why I record everything.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Oh man, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. All right, Miss Karen. All right, Karen Campbell, you are more than welcome. Thank you for jumping on. And whatever I can do to help, let me know. I have nothing else to do in Alaska but help. Hey, all right then. What we'll do is we'll get ready and get off. The trainers, tomorrow we're gonna be doing the virtual